This is Darshana Gaushan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for December 8th, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was down 2.54 points or 0.6% to 419.75. Total trade volume was down with 156,978 shares changing hands at a total value of 915 million real or over $228,000. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, up 1.26% or 80 real to 6,440 real per share, followed by Sinakville Autonomous Port, which rose 0.62% or 80 real to 13,000 real per share. Grand Twins International was also up 40 real to 7,060 real per share. On the downside, Akleda Bank was the biggest loser of the day, dropping 2.41% or 180 real to 7,280 real per share, followed by Pestec Cambodia, which was down 1.10% or 30 real to 2,690 real per share. MJQ Education was also down 10 real to 1,990 real per share. Meanwhile, the remaining 3 stocks on the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, both stocks were down. JS Land dropped 1.53% or 40 real to 2,580 real per share, while DBD Engineering dropped 0.46% or 10 real to 2,170 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 99,601 shares changing hands at a total value of 734.4 million real or over $183,000, approximately 63% of the total trade volume on Monday. MJQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 22,537 shares changing hands at a total value of 44.8 million real or over $11,000, about 14% of the total trade volume on December 8th. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD stayed flat at 4,009 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 98.94. Looking at global commodities, oil prices hovered at 2-week highs on Monday as investors expect a likely U.S. Federal Reserve interest rate cut this week to lift economic growth and energy demand while monitoring geopolitical risks that threaten Russian and Venezuelan supply. Brent crude futures fell by 25 cents or 0.4% to $63.50 US dollars a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude was at $59.83 US dollars, also down 25 cents or 0.4%. Gold prices rose, driven by growing expectations of a U.S. interest rate cut that pressured the dollar ahead of a U.S. Federal Reserve policy meeting this week. Spot gold rose 0.3% to $4,209.43 US dollars per ounce. U.S. gold futures for December delivery fell by 0.1% to $4,239.40 US dollars per ounce. U.S. stock futures moved higher on Monday as Wall Street headed into a pivotal week dominated by the U.S. Federal Reserve's final policy meeting of 2025. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, contracts on the S&P 500 edged up 0.2%, while those on the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 rose roughly 0.3%, on the heels of a 4th day of gains for both. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures hovered above the flat line. This was Darshana Gaushan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for December 8th.